and that's what the monsters are using here on
But
Earth. And
but
our
they're
weapons,
also
right? So what? So the
they're
Russian
also like
agent,
implanted into the body.
the device was implanted into the body.
Mm.
The device was implanted into the body, not the actual. But the weapon's use is psychic once you have that
Mm.
device. So the Russian agent is telling them uh, back in Russia that he thinks maybe that people could use those weapons here if maybe they have their psychic powers activated back on Xenos. Who knows? They don't know the details, but that's something that they're talking about. So that's something that Nadia is learning about. Then we also have Claire, who is matter of fact, Claire, why don't you make an alertness roll right now? So just alertness by itself.
Good.
Excellent. Well, you wake up. You don't have awesome or higher, so you don't you're not just ready and waiting when the person comes into your small room, but you are uh, awake enough so that you're ready by the time they say something. You're already awake, or you can say something first. But there is a person. He's not threatening you or leaning over you or touching you or near you that way, but he has come next to your bed, and might even have just pulled up a chair to sit there next to you. But you're awake in time to be able to engage immediately in conversation, or even start one if you want to. Prison.
Start with a simple question. Mm-hmm. Who are you?
He says, "This is Lieutenant Commander Kane. You met me before the jump. Listen, you're the only one here I can trust. You're the best person to come. Come with me. I've got my friend at the device. Come on. We need to go. You can't work with these amateurs. Half of them are probably spies. Listen, I need to go back. I need to go and get Daryl back. I need to go. We need to kill Isabella. I need an American with me. I can't believe they brought a Chinese guy." And he uses a word from the war which is not Chinese. So he's saying, "I don't trust psychologists. I don't like psychologists. That's not what we need. We don't need all these spies and foreigners and psychologists. We need Americans who know what they're doing. Listen, I'm a combat expert. You've got all the people skills we need. I've seen your file. You've got anything we need. We can go over there. We won't have any disagreements. We'll know what we're doing." Can I have a thought balloon from Claire right now?
I don't want to go back. I don't know what happened there with me, but I didn't like it. I can't control it. No, I don't want. I'm not a soldier. Who do you think I am?
He says, "Quiet now." He says, "One way or another, you're coming with me, and we're going." And you can tell all of a sudden you realize he's talking like somebody who's armed. He's probably got a gun.
Shit.
So while while Claire is dealing with this situation, however it is that she wants to, this is I'm not going to take too much time with this, but Margaret will definitely receive a reminder that the people are waiting for information here. There are people who would like a report from you. Probably the way it works is that if you There's probably a signal of some kind, like a spam message, right? You get a spam message. I don't think they have really cell phone. It's 2030. They've got some device. We're not sure what yet, but it's not a cell phone. Okay, alternate future. But however it is that you get personal messages, there's like a spam that you could get that is not really a spam. It's a signal that you need to go and make a report. How you would do it right now, you have no idea. But the people who want you to spy for them, on enterprises, they're waiting. They have a guy here in Dillon. And that's the person you're supposed to be giving reports to. Okay. So, in fact, you kind of have a choice. You could find somewhere in this is for Margaret. You could find somewhere to go and have a private conversation, probably a bathroom. In order to make a telephone call. Or you can just ignore it and say, well, I'll go on another jump and then I'll talk to him later.
I'll talk to them later. They'll have to wait.
Okay.
I believe I need more information. That's more information.
Okay. So the only other thing I have to do right now then is for Claire. It all relates now to fate. It's all about the fate at this point. Are you lucky enough? Are you lucky enough? Wait, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, really? Yes.
Can I try to persuade him?
Yeah, sure.
Can I try to persuade him?
Yeah. You have a skill. Go for it. Do what you want.
Before we resort to luck.
Mm-hmm.
Which we will have to do.
Oh, no.
Because that was an inferior result.
Oh, no. Well, he's definitely not got an inferior willpower, that's for sure. In fact, I'm moving myself to this guy's numbers right now. Got it. Okay. In that case, oh, look at that. Ooh, ouch. Oh, he's got poor charm. Anybody surprised? So, but he does have a very good willpower, however. So, even Albert would not necessarily be able to just walk over this guy. So, and besides, as you can see, maybe part of that willpower is that he's probably like 2 or 3 steps past clinical in some way. Okay, let's continue. So I assume you're going to try to talk to him, but it's like the wrong thing to talk about or something like that.
I wanted to try to persuade him that I need more time, I need to prepare, that I need to learn more about what I can do or not do over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his response is, there's nothing you can learn here about that. So come on, let's go. And that's that. Let's see if you're lucky enough to have you guys run into somebody to stop you, or to see that something's going wrong.
Hopefully, because I think he'll still have to drag me more or less behind him.
Right. That I believe.
Unless he's going to show his weapon.
Right. That's a good question. You know what? Instead, I want you to roll sincerity. We are sincerely saying you do not want to go. And that's interesting because it's not going to be against his willpower. It's just going to be a straight roll.
If I roll sincerity and I don't have a marked, then it's half the charm, right?
Correct. That's not so great for you, I think. But
that's a feeble result.
Oh my goodness.
I think he stresses me out.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, he's not actually really going to take your sincerity, your feelings seriously. So in that case, yeah, we have you getting dragged along there, unless you really want to turn it into a fight. He seems kind of combat savvy kind of guy too. So all right, we will continue with that in a little bit. I'm not quite sure. I think it's more fun if we move ahead to the briefing. And so you guys are getting up and getting dressed and are going to go and sit in a nice conference room in that complex and get ready to say what you saw and what you did. And Claire's not there.
I'm looking at Margaret. Did you dispose of her in some way, or?
What do you think? I'm a spy?
I didn't say that.
A suspiciously specific defense on his part.
No,
maybe not the best way, but something like that. It was on my mind. It's probably
exactly. Albert. Now is the time for your psychiatry roll. And and so
I do not roll for that.
No, you don't. What is your cunning, however?
Cunning is 7.
Okay. Well, he's been nailing those 9s and 10s with this roll, so.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not a 7 or higher.
Mm-hmm. 6, 7.
Oh, a low roll for Nathan. A low roll on the psychiatry. Still good enough. All right. Well, so it's only passable, Nathan. Only passable.
7?
Well, no, it's sorry. It equaled. Yeah, it equals her cunning. So the effect is at passable. And so what that means is that you get the idea there's something strange about what she said, but you can't tell what.
Do I know if she's lying or not on that particular subject?
No. Okay. Passable means it's kind of a crappy, it's a crappy unfailure, but that's as good as you get. Right. So, so in other words, it's kind of the Spock look, look, eyebrow goes up, but that's it. Cool. An excellent result in my opinion. So now, the question is that actually at gunpoint, he's actually, in his underwear on the strapped into the Xeno device. His friend is setting everything up. So there's a technician there who's helping him. And he actually probably has to hold the gun on you to make you get in. What he hasn't counted on is the fact that you can block going with willpower. So while the two of you are supposed to, it's a voluntary trip, right? You go voluntarily. So you guys actually have to have a willpower battle. And you may be interested to know that you have the column shifts on your mind. He has a strong willpower, but he's also batshit crazy. And you're not. So you've got a bit of an advantage in the battle of wills. So we're going to use the willpower rules just as if you were on Xenos. And I'm going to those right now. So that's what's happening over there in the lab. And it took a little while to prepare you guys and everything. So it's not that far away from the beginning of this meeting. And it's not like he went right away, waited a while, like hours before going and getting you. He wanted everybody completely, asleep. And they had to find the right time. He and the technician had to find the right time. So there's not that much time before everybody's up and out.